Hi friends, it's Green Day and we're thinking green just like my shirt says. It says Think Green with Kermit the Frog, and we just got to talk with Kermit the Frog on the phone. Wasn't that so cool? Well, I thought that we would make a frog art project. You want to do that with me? Okay, so here's what you're going to need. Some green paper, a little bit of pink and white paper. Sorry if you can't see those colors there. And then some glue. You could use runny glue, or I have a glue stick, some scissors, and then of course something to draw with. I'm going to use a black marker so that you can see it. Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is I want you to cut out a big circle. So draw a big circle on that green paper that you have. Big green circle and cut it out. This is going to be our frog's body. So however big you want your frog to be, that's how big I want you to make your circle, okay? And you're probably going to be working on a table or a counter. Since I'm putting mine up here, I'm putting a little bit of tape on the back. You don't need to do that. But I just want to show you, there is my body. There's my frog's body. Now we need to make a head. So I want you to make an oval that is a little bit smaller than your circle, but we're making it an oval shape. We're making a stretched out circle. I want you to draw that on your green paper again, and then I want you to cut it out. Okay, so I've got my green oval. There it is. That's going to be my frog's head. So what I want you to do is I want you to put a little bit of glue at the top of your circle, your green circle, and we're going to attach our frog's head. Okay? Now we've got to make some legs for our frog. How many legs does a frog have? 4. Yeah, so here's what I want you to do. With your green paper, I want you to cut 4 long strips of paper. Okay? When you get those 4 strips all cut out, you're going to crinkle them, make them look like an accordion, back and forth. We've done this in our classroom where we go back and forth, back and forth. Yeah, that's what we're going to do for our legs, all 4 of our legs. So as I'm doing that, if you find that your leg is super long, you could always cut it in half and then you have 2 legs, right? Or if you'd like to have really long frog legs, you might want to leave it just like that. So I'm going to make some more frog legs while you're making yours. Remember, you need 4 long strips. And once again, we're going to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like a pattern. Do you know what kind of pattern that is? A, B, yeah, until it's like an accordion. Okay, so I've got 2 legs so far. And what we're going to do is we're going to put a little bit of glue at one end. Whoop, and we're going to stick that underneath. So it looks like the frog has one of his legs coming out the bottom. And then I'm going to get some glue on this other frog leg and stick that on the other side. Do you remember what Kermit said in our phone conversation with him? He said, make sure to take care of your local neighborhood frogs. Wasn't that funny? Yeah, I think he means that he doesn't want us to step on any frogs or smush them. He wants us to take care of them. Okay, so I've got 2 frog legs, but now I need to make 2 more legs up there. So I'm going to keep cutting. If you have 2 strips already cut out, you could put them together and fold them at the same time. It would save a little bit of time. I think what I'm going to do is when I'm going forward, back, I think I might make these 2 legs just a little bit shorter. It's almost like they're the frog's arms, but he doesn't really have arms, except these legs are coming out towards the top. That's why they might look like arms to us. Okay, so we're going to put some glue at the one end, and we're going to tuck it back behind, just like we did with these legs at the bottom. So put a little bit of glue and tuck that. Okay, well, our frog body is looking awesome, but we've got to get a face on our frog, don't you think? Okay, I want you to take that white paper that you have, and I want you to fold it in half. It doesn't need to be a very big piece of white, because you're just going to draw one big circle on your piece of paper, and then I want you to cut that big circle out. Guess what part of the body this is going to be? Your frog's eyes, yeah. And when you cut that big circle out, since you folded your paper, you will actually have 2 circles, yeah. So I've got my 2 circles, and what I want you to do is I want you to find the top of your frog's head, and I want you to glue those eyeballs so they look like they're coming off the top of his head, okay? Oh, those look so cool. Okay, now I'm going to take my black marker. You could even use black paper if you wanted to and make a smaller black circle on the inside. I'm just going to draw a black circle on the inside. Oh, he's looking more and more like a frog. Okay, well now we've got to get his little nostrils. So we're going to make 2 little short lines. You'll need a black marker or a black crayon, and then I'm going to give him a big smile. Because remember, we're wearing our green today to show our positive attitude. And Kermit the Frog, he was always so positive, so we've got a smile on our frog. Now there's one more thing. Frogs have a long tongue, don't they? So that's why we have our pink paper. I want you to cut a long skinny strip of pink paper. And I want you to fold it like an accordion back and forth, just like we did with our green paper for our legs. But guess what? This is going to be our frog's tongue. Now, you could fold it back and forth like this. That's one way that you could make your frog's tongue. And then you could stick it like that. I'm going to show you another way. You could cut your strip of pink paper, and instead of folding it back and forth, you could curl it. You could take a pencil or a marker, and you could just wrap it around real tight, and it's going to make that paper curl. So either way, let's see how this one turns. Oh, there it is. There's my frog's tongue. So you can use either one, but you're only going to want to give your frog one tongue. So I'm going to go ahead and stick this. I'm going to put a little bit of glue right below his mouth, and there's his tongue. Ah, isn't that cute? Now, you could make a little fly to stick on the end of his tongue. You could do all kinds of fun things, but there is our frog art project for the day. Okay, I'll see you in a little bit with another froggy activity. Bye for now.